It's amazing. I didn't know about the ticket thing, so I was happy. He was like, hey, we'll give out, you guys want some tickets? And I was like, oh, I get tickets?
That's pretty cool.
And she's like, no, Jordan, just to give it out to me. You know, people go out and they have these goals, or they have these goals, and I think it's very rare for, I set large goals, and I hit all of them. So I think that's truly amazing, and it's a blessing, and I'm happy to be here. I was fighting I was fighting in territory where I was getting booed, every single fight, because I was the out-of-town guy, and I right over my head, I was like, I don't really care. So I got all this love here. Nothing's changed. I got to keep the fight camps the same. I got to train the same. I got to train even harder now that I'm in the UFC, and it's awesome. I get an opportunity that not a lot of people get, and people keep telling me that, so I got to take advantage of it. I woke up this morning, took my little brothers to school. They're just finishing up some school stuff, and then they'll be off to college, and super proud of them and happy. And so I dropped them off, and then I was dropping them off, and I looked at my phone, and I looked at the schedule for the UFC. I was like, oh my God, I'm missing my photo shoot. So I ran back to the hotel and got that done. And I said it from the beginning when I was 1-3. The only way people are going to notice me is if I'm extremely violent and I finish everybody, and that's what people like. They like seeing me be very violent, and they like seeing me finish fights. And I went out there and I did it. I saw him clapping his hands, and so I was like, oh, come on. And when he had passed everybody, I think it hadn't really clicked that he had kind of passed me already. And then at the end, he was like, and Jordan Griffin was like, I'm getting a little bit up in age, but even then, 28 is not really that old. I feel like I wouldn't say I've hit my prime. I'd say that's still coming. And it's going to be nice competing against the level of competition in the UFC. So from there, I can kind of gauge and grow. Well, the Ultimate Fighter, never bashing those guys. Like, I love that show, and it's obviously it's a gateway into the UFC. I think it's just a little bit different, but it's altogether the same. But you get to know those fighters, and and I think with us, so it's like those guys get that time. They know they're there. Me, I could have lost and went home, and it would have been the end. You know what I mean? So I felt like it was just it was now or never. Again, I got to pay him some respect. He's a black belt in judo, black belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I'm a purple belt, but I got eight submission finishes. They're all crazy submissions, so they're not like random, like, oh yeah, he just rear naked choked him. Like, I got some pretty out there submissions, and I know I do. And so I think he's talented, and he likes to bang, and I think we're gonna have a lot of fun. What I was told when I first started the game: don't show everybody everything you can do. So they told me to come out here and have fun, and I definitely had a lot of fun. I got to meet Michael over there and give him some tickets, and he seemed like his eyes like blew up this big when I said, hey, what's he doing? So yeah, it was 10 minutes, but I had a whole bunch of fun, and to be honest, I'm very grateful for where I am at this. I'm 28. I'm grateful that I made it, now, and I didn't make it earlier. Maybe I wouldn't have been prepared. So yeah, very grateful. I worked 3 or 4 jobs. I barely ever slept about 4 hours a night for years. I have a son. I see him every single weekend. I pick him up if he needs to be picked up. Me and his mom have a good relationship. If it means something to you, you'll make time for it. So I really don't believe in that excuse of I don't have time or I'm too tired. But I need to get Dana's number and then text Dana and be like, you need to help Rapian Stotts out. Get him in there, because he's like the hardest worker at the gym. He's the go-to guy on all the wrestling techniques and all that stuff. And I've been working with him the last couple camps, man, and my wrestling has gotten so much better. So yeah, he needs to be in there now.
All right, guys, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, bud.